Hey everybody, Ryan here. It is a beautiful day here in Austin, Texas, as you can hopefully see. And I wanted to make a quick update for you, a quick video for you to invite a few of you to work with me directly on some pretty cool things that are going on. I've had a little bit of a desire recently to go back to my roots. I'm going back to my roots of working with young, scrappy entrepreneurs, mostly because I'm looking for investment opportunities and I'm looking for people to partner with. And I'm looking for people who are just getting their starts, and I'll explain what I mean here in a second. But if you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I got into this game about 5 years ago with 600 bucks, launched my first product, built a brand around it, sold it on Amazon, got really good at the Amazon marketplace, and about 8 months later, I got to $100,000 a month, which was my first goal. It is my first goal to get to that $100,000 a month mark because that meant that I had $1 million business. And that was a really great feeling to know that I had a $1 million business and I could actually call myself a millionaire. And it was at that point that really my career started taking off because there was something about the mental barrier of getting through that first million that allowed me to really run free and build a real company. And that company I ran for 4.5 years. And I sold that in 2017, or I sold a majority stake. I still am a minority owner, but I sold a majority stake of that business for just over $10 million. And I still own a piece, so that will sell again later, and I'll probably get another $10 million or so from the second sale. And I've been working with entrepreneurs who are at that level, who already have $1 million businesses, and working on getting them to 10 million and working on getting them to position their companies for sale. In fact, just yesterday I got an email from a student of mine. His name is Chris. Closed on a business, got the check, has the $1 million, the several $1 million in the bank, and he can invest that and do whatever the heck he wants for the rest of his life. That's where my focus has been. I'm actually partnering with some, I'm partnering with some celebrities on building some brands. I'll share with that when papers are signed and all that is done. And I'm working with some kind of famous entrepreneurs on developing some brands, and I'll share all of that when all of that is official. But I've had this twinge of missing my roots, my roots of working with some young, scrappy entrepreneurs and helping them really get a business off the ground. And I've been thinking about this for a while of how do I open up the opportunity to invest in some entrepreneurs or possibly partner with some entrepreneurs, teach some entrepreneurs who are just getting their start. And I used to do this thing where I would get on, at the time it was Google Hangouts, now it would be something like Facebook Live, and I would just answer questions with entrepreneurs and coach them through product selection, coach them through what they should be focused on right now, this week, in order to get results. I remember one time I was working with this guy, his name was Ken, and Ken was like, I'm not sure what to do this week. I got this product that's about to come out. What do I do? And I was like, all you should do is this. Forget everything else. Call all your friends, get them to buy it, leave reviews, and just focus on this thing this week. And he came back the next week and he was like, I'm doing 15 sales a day now. And then it was, it grew from that point. And then we call it the popcorn started to pop and we had momentum, right? And that's where it always starts. Everybody starts at zero. Everybody starts at that one, getting that 10 sales a day, the 15 sales a day, getting those first reviews. And then 8 months down the road, you've got $1 million business or you've got $100,000 a month business. And then 4 years down the road, you sell it for a whack ton of money, right? And that's happening. It's happening in our little groups. But that's been 3 years of work, and I'm working with more advanced entrepreneurs now, but I've been missing working with a small group of people in a live setting, giving them feedback. And so I've just been thinking about doing this again. And it just so happens that a training course that my buddy here in Austin put together, his office is actually right over there. He's putting it together. It's called Amazing Selling Machine. It's something I've promoted in the past with really great results. It is something that I went through when I was first starting my businesses. And I want to invite those of you who have been following me to work with me directly. And so if you join their program while it is open, I'm going to be putting a group of 150 people together, up to 150 people together, and I'm going to be walking them through the early stages of their business. Product selection, getting it to market, funding the business if you need to fund the business, getting those first few sales and reviews. We're gonna focus a lot on getting your products up and moving so that 8 months from now, you're working on $1 million business. So that 3 years from now, you are building something special that can be sold. So you can partner with me inside of my mastermind, which is called the Back Room. You'll be working on within my network, looking at maybe selling a company for millions and millions of dollars. Now this takes 6 to 12 months of work to get to the level where you're running $1 million business. And so I'm gonna be working with entrepreneurs who are just getting started or starting something new on the ground floor, up to 150 people. And I am going to be looking to possibly invest in some, possibly partner with some. And I've just been missing being on the ground floor. So if this is calling your name, if you want these types of results and you want to work with somebody who has done this hundreds of times, I've helped hundreds of people build 7-figure businesses. And I'm looking to do it with 150 more. You can find my link somewhere around this video. If you click on that and you join their program through my link, I'll make a few bucks from that. I'll see you on my list and I will add you to the group that I'm putting together. Full disclosure, I have about 100,000 people who follow me actively. And I'm only taking 150 people for this. After about 150 people, the group tends to kind of lose its intimacy, and I don't feel like I can serve everyone like I want to. So I am capping this at 150 people. And I don't know how fast they'll go, but there's always hundreds of people who express interest every time I do something like this. But I want to keep this group kind of small because I moved on to bigger things in my career, and I just want to work with people who are action takers, people who are willing to play 6 to 12 months into a business in order to see its results and its success, and people who can follow directions. So if that's you, I am interested in working with you. And the way you can work with me is by clicking my link around this video, and I will see that you signed up. I'll put you onto a list, and I will be working with you directly. I'll follow up with you when you do that. So find the link around this, I'll follow up with you directly, and over the next 6 to 12 months, you're gonna be building something special. And my best success stories, the people I'm most proud of, have come from these little groups, and I would love to add your name to it. So find the link around this video, and I will be working with you real soon. I might even be seeing you here in Austin, Texas, very shortly. Looking forward to it.